Is Hillary Clinton changing her strategy? Instead of talking about the issues, she's going after Donald Trump in Nevada.
Imagine with me what it would be like to have Donald Trump sitting in the Oval Office come next January. What would it be like to have that person in the most powerful office in the world? What would it be like to have a president who pits people against each other, who doesn't try to pull America together? What would your life be like if he were in the White House?
More importantly, what it would be like if she was in the White House. That would be something you'd think she'd be bringing up, but she's not taking that tact. The latest CNN ORC poll puts Donald Trump ahead in the state of Nevada with a 6-point lead. It's astounding. So what are voters in the Silver State thinking? Joining us right now, a man who knows as well as anyone, longtime Nevada resident and host of The Property Man, Bob Massi. Bob, what's going on in Nevada? First on the presidential side, how has he moved ahead?
Well, I think because of the fact of what's happened, obviously, with all the emails, and I will tell you that as it relates to her words, most Nevadans will say that they'll take words over corruption. For example, Hillary, what would it look like if one day you're in the Oval Office and somebody comes in and handcuffs you for everything that you have done and continue to lie about? That's where most Nevadans are. They know that Trump said terrible things in reference to women. Nobody could condone that, Brian. They know that he has done some very stupid things. But when all comes down to is this level of corruption and cynicism and arrogance and narcissism that the Clintons continue to show, they have had it. And I will tell you, Brian, I lived through Watergate. I worked in D.C. I was a senatorial aide. I remember those days. And all too often, everybody's worried, is that what we're going to be faced with if she gets elected for the next 4 years, investigations and hearings, instead of taking care of our country?
Fascinatingly, Harry Reid's leaving. The next senator is going to be a Republican or Democrat, but not Harry Reid. And a military officer, Joe Heck, was leading. When he walked away from Donald Trump after the Billy Bush tape, he dropped in the race. Where does he stand now?
You know what? They're saying a little even. Maybe he's 2 points behind. That was a bad move on his part, Brian, because at that point Joe was about 6 points up. Now what happened is yesterday he went back and said, well, he could be a good president if he meets the constitutional guidelines. You know, Nevada is a small state, and Vegas is a small town. And the bottom line is the fact people don't like somebody that vacillates. And as a result, if you're for him, you're for him. If you're against him, you're against him. And one of the things that so many Republican friends of mine, Brian, has said to me is they're very upset with the leaders of the Republican Party that abandoned Trump and didn't support the people that elected him to run for president. You're going to see a lot of Republicans change after this election and go independent because of people like Paul Ryan who did those type of things.
We'll see what happens with Joe Heck. Could be the balance of power in the Senate, too. Bob Massi, always great to talk to you. Look forward to your series coming back after the election. Thanks so much.
Take care, Brian.